Welcome back, SuicideFantasyFootball.com. Is this still the War Room, or is it the One Crazy Fan Studio?
This is the One Crazy Fan Studio / War Room.
We're live from it, talking number one overall pick in your fantasy football draft. It's been pretty consistent, Jim, that usually going into the season, there's a united front as to who the number one pick is.
Correct.
This year, not quite the same argument. There's
Absolutely
always those
not.
people that throw in the crazy people. But I think this year there's legitimate arguments for about 4 or 5 people.
Absolutely. My guy's not going to be your guy, I guarantee you.
Who's your guy, Jim?
My guy's Aaron Rodgers. No matter what, when you look at all the running backs that are out there this year, yeah, it could be Ray Rice, yeah, it could be Chris Johnson, yeah, it could be Adrian Peterson, it could be anybody that's out there. You know, it could be Arien Foster, could be LeSean McCoy, but could be is could be, and they could easily fall off the face of the earth. Number one pick, like we said in earlier videos, you can't make a mistake, you can't get tripped up, and you can't get next to nothing out of your number one pick. And that's why I'm going steady Aaron Rodgers. You know what you're getting. You're getting 35 to 40 touchdowns.
Jim, I think LeSean McCoy should be the number one pick. And I think that because he's the most consistent running back out there. And you said I had no balls.
Thanks.
So Aaron Rodgers is the least ballsy pick you could make.
No, it's not.
And
Aaron Rodgers is the most. Picking Aaron Rodgers number one ahead of anybody else is a ballsy pick because you are taking a quarterback at number one, which is unheard of in fantasy football.
Dude, here's what I'm saying. Just like everyone watching this probably agrees, the running back you'd have to get in the second round to match up with Rodgers, I would way rather take a stud running back early like McCoy and know that guys like Matt Stafford and Tony Romo are going to be there as my quarterback.
Eric, we went over to running backs. There's 25 running backs this year.
And 3 studs, dude.
I don't think
Grab
there's 3
one
studs.
of them. There's 7 or 8 quarterbacks that you can see have a legitimate chance to put up 4,000 yards.
I'd rather have Aaron Rodgers and Jamal Charles than Arien Foster and whoever else you're getting.
LeSean McCoy and Matt Stafford. I'll take LeSean McCoy and Matt Stafford over your Aaron Rodgers and Jamal Charles.
Every day of the week.
No way. Well, that's the difference. This is my call on fantasy football. That's your call. I think if we look back at the end of the season, my 2 picks of McCoy and Stafford will be better than your 2 picks.
I hope so, because I'm an Eagles
Charles.
fan and I love LeSean McCoy. But fantasy football-wise, when the money's on the line, I got to go with what I know. And
so what about the people who say we're both wrong, and it should be Arien Foster, or it should be Ray Rice?
listen, like I said, everybody's got questions. Ray Rice, he's carried the load for a while. Every running back gets beat up. Every running back gets hurt.
Ray Rice that people need to keep their eye on.
There's a rookie there. I mean, he's definitely going to get the carries, but he plays in a horribly tough defensive division. You know, it's tough to go there. You got questions with everybody. LeSean McCoy, yeah, maybe, but I mean, like I said,
all right. So what about the really off the wall people who would either say go with a Calvin Johnson type person, or maybe even the people that, not with their first pick, but in the first round, are going Gronkowski? Ridiculous. Both of those picks. First of all, Calvin Johnson, #1 overall. Would you think someone was crazy for doing it? I mean, to me, I don't know, dude.
I mean, listen,
he's head and shoulders above everybody at wide receiver.
Yeah, that's what everybody said about Andre Johnson the year before that, and I mean, who knows? You can't say that. I would never take Calvin Johnson #1 overall.
And Gronk with your first pick, if it's in the first round, those people are also.
I already told you, Aaron Hernandez is going to outscore Gronk.
Number 7 tight end he's listed as, and I agree with you. Chances are, I think he's going to put up better numbers than Gronk, too.
You heard it.
All right, you heard it here first. Butts and Butts telling you who you should pick with the #1 pick in your fantasy football draft. Jim at SuicideFantasySports.com. Eric at SuicideFantasySports.com. Subscribe to our videos below and check us out on Blog Talk Radio Monday nights 8 to 9:30.